කියලා ඉවරයක් කරන්න බැරි තරම් නිෂ්පාදන පෙළක්. කීස් නිෂ්පාදන අනිම මිලට හොඳම තත්ත්වයෙන්.
The central province continued to remain severely affected by the heavy deluge that was experienced in most parts of the island during the past few days. During the past 24 hours, the highest rainfall was recorded from the Al-Kadu area in the Matale district, which is 150.3 millimeters. According to the Department of Irrigation, 40 large reservoirs and 50 medium-scale reservoirs are overflowing. Due to the continuous rainfall, 2 sluice gates of the Kotmale reservoir continue to remain open. Measures were also taken to keep these sluice gates of Polpitiya, Victoria, Lakshapana, Randenigala, Rantame, Polgolla and Gurugaloya opened as the heavy deluge is on the rise. Meanwhile, several incidents of landslides were reported in the Uva province. With mounds of earth falling onto the upcountry railway line at several locations, measures were taken to limit the transportation on the line from Colombo Fort to only up to Nanu Oya. In the north central province, meanwhile, several reservoirs including Rajanganaya, Angamua, Kalawava and Nachaduva have started to overflow. In the Polonnaruwa district, all sluice gates of Parakrama Samudra remained open as authorities were left with no other option. Further, a similar situation was observed in the Kaudulla reservoir. In Manampitiya, 2 employees affiliated with a sand company who were trapped due to floods were rescued last evening by Civil Defence Force personnel after a nearly 3-hour-long operation. With floods inundating the Colombo-Batticaloa main road, police ordered a halt to motor traffic on the road. Further, heavy deluges continue to inundate the Somavati religious site. In the meantime, in the northwestern province, sluice gates of the Dadruoya remained open. Meanwhile, in the western province, with the water levels in the river Kalani on the rise, the low-lying areas were seen inundated. In the northern province, meanwhile, several areas of Jaffna and Mullaitivu remain inundated. Against this backdrop, Defence Secretary Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta engaged in an inspection tour in the Jaffna district from a helicopter belonging to the Sri Lanka Air Force. Meanwhile, in the eastern province, the remains of 7 of the 8 people who went missing after the tractor they were travelling in toppled and was swept away by floodwaters at Karethu in the Ampara district on Tuesday evening were recovered this morning. Operations are underway in search of the other missing child. According to the Disaster Management Centre, inclement weather has affected 377,511 people belonging to 113,052 families. Taking the prevailing adverse weather into account, the centre urged the people residing on the banks of the river Mahaveli, Daduroya and river Kalani, as well as those residing in the vicinity of the Rajangane Reservoir and Malvatoya to remain vigilant of the possible flood situations. Meanwhile, the National Building Research Organisation issued early landslide warnings to 9 districts. Out of them, red alert warnings, meaning evacuation if necessary, have been issued to several divisional secretariats in the Matale, Kandy and Nuwara districts. The Met Department is of the view that the deep depression over the southwest Bay of Bengal is likely to move slowly north-northwestwards closer to the east coast of Sri Lanka, and there is a possibility for further intensification. The department added that the influence of this system on the island's weather will gradually reduce after tomorrow.
මේ පද්ධතිය තවදුරටත් ගමන් කිරීමේ වේගය අඩාලවීමක් අපි දුටුවා සාමාන්‍ය පැයට කිලෝමීටර් 3ක වගේ වේගයක්. ඒතොර ඒ තත්ත්වයත් එක්ක තමයි තවදුරටත් මේ පද්ධතිය ගැඹුරු පීඩන අවපාතයක් ලෙස පවතින්නේ. එතකොට මේ පද්ධතියේ බලපෑම තවදුරටත් උතුරු ප්‍රදේශයට තමයි තියෙන්නේ. කියන්නේ උතුරු පළාතට වගේම ත්‍රිකුණාමලය දිස්ත්‍රික්කයටත් අපි තවදුරටත් මිලිමීටර් 100ට වැඩි තදවැසි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා ඉදිරි පැය 24 තුළ. ඒ වගේම අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා වම් පළාත, බස්නාහිර පළාත, සබරකමුව පළාත් සහ ගාල්ල දිස්ත්‍රික්කයට විටින් විට වැසි හෝ ගිගුරුම් සහිත වැසි අනිකුත් ප්‍රදේශවලට සවස් කාලයේදී හෝ රාත්‍රී කාලයේදී වැසි හෝ ගිගුරුම් සහිත වැසි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. කොහොමද දින 3ක් විතර යනකොට කොහොමත් මේ බලපෑම ශ්‍රී ලංකාවෙන් ඉවත් වෙනවා.